has been pressed.
All right. Se- Seattle, Washington, in the United States of America. The year is 2021, and what seems to be an ordinary day in the lives of the many residents of this city, both both natural and supernatural, things seem to be going off without a hitch. Though although certain things work in the shadows, fighting an internal war in secrecy. That does not matter for this story. As instead of looking at Seattle proper, we take a look into into the Seattle of the Hedge. Unlike its more uh, its more surface world counterpart, the Seattle Hedge has one defining feature that sets it apart from other areas of the hedge. Mainly its eternal, almost constant fog, shouting shouting friend and foe alike, uh, mirroring Seattle's own strange weather patterns. Our story begins in in a small in a small settlement somewhere within the hedge, a town by the lake, but a town not quite owned by the lost. Rather, it's populated, for the most part, by the denizens of the hedge, the hobgoblins, going about their days and going about their business. As sitting in I'd imagine like a tavern sort of place, where drinks and food are all about. There are many there are many sorts of creatures and entities about. There seem to be some with the heads and shape of animals. There are some who take take the appearance of fairy tale creatures, and some are more bog standard fantasy, and others are more miscellaneous objects like rocks. But as as people are being served, we take a look at one resident who was not of the hedge, at least not originally. Would you care to describe yourself?
Uh, Sitting on one of the chairs is a man with a like wearing leather armor and like a bandana over his like nose and like face, and like goggles, like sand goggles over his eyes. Um, his forehead has looks like it has multiple like scarred cuts on it. His ears are like pointed, like an elf or like some sort of like goblin or something like that. And his hair is a large flowing mane of hair which looks to be made of sand, as it's just sort of
Hmm.
in a big mane behind him. I have Armageddon Knight from Yu-Gi-Oh up on the screen. That's basically the main inspiration. Uh,
Yeah.
as the dude's face is hidden by the bandana and the goggles, as he's got what looks to be like a sword on his belt and then a holster with a gun on the other belt.
Now, there are many things that could arise in the hedge, many sort of problems, both uh, of fantastical proportion. The things that make a lot less sense, like perhaps the hobgoblin had their time stolen. But for you, your current and most pressing problem is much more mundane. You're out of food.
Mm, don't
Hmm.
like that.
Yeah. So, uh, what would you do? Would you like ask around, or would you like try to scavenge on your own, or?
Probably try to scavenge on his own, considering his talents.
Yeah, I assume you just like get up.
Yeah, he stands up,
Mhm.
like rolls his
Yeah.
neck as he steps outside.
Mhm. Do you keep to yourself, or do you like try to like listen to as people like talk about?
He keeps to himself, definitely.
Fair enough. As you like exit like the tavern, you are met with the sights of this cozy little like goblin town, as it were. If I remember the name, yeah, here it is. I think you remember it. Just I think you recall it being called Waterside. Oh, well, it's not too important. As it seems to be uh, resembles like a kind of like a brick and like a brick and stone sort of I guess like how to define the word architect stronghold area where things live in.
Freehold?
Not it is not a freehold, notably,
Hmm.
because a freehold would be controlled by changelings and have like a changeling like a population. This is notably not a freehold because there aren't really many changelings, if any, besides
It's run
yourself.
by hobgoblins.
Yeah, exactly. It's not quite. I mean, there is a goblin market, but it's not quite a goblin market because it's not just for like trading and shit. So it's like somewhere in the middle. But anyway, it's like brick and mortar sort of spot. Uh, you can like if you strain your eyes, you can see like a dock. But and it also seems like this area is like taken out of like the 1800s. But upon like closer look, you see a lot of like modern stuff as well. Like for example, like modern electricity. You see a few goblins on skateboards. You see people just talking about all sorts of just whack shit. As probably like next to like a bike rack slash like I imagine there's a combination of like a bike rack slash and also like a fucking like the
Hitching
things in
post.
hitching post. There it is. Yeah, it's like a combination bike rack and hitching post as your trusty steed is waiting.
Hmm. Yeah, as it's a horse, kinda. It's a horse that looks to be made out of stone. Um, and like with like all sorts of like a saddle with like cloth like over its neck and hindquarters, basically just a saddle plus with like saddle bags on the side and everything like that as he goes up and um, takes a and like looks into one of the like saddlebags. He looks through and like pockets some ammo.
All right. As I assume, you head out to get together some grub.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. As you like slowly like ride out onto town, you try to like exit to try to enter more like hedge wild. This is a bit dangerous, but you're 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 a changeling. You know how to hedge spin, so
Mm-hmm.
as long
Mm-hmm.
as you're not like too courageous, you should be fine.
Yeah, as long as he's not fucking shit up too much,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. It's not like a good an important part of like hedge spinning as well is. Oh, wait, no, not hedge spinning. Traversing a hedge as well is if I see here. Yeah, if character has at least one positive mental or emotional condition, it's like -1. So as long as you're like, and you have it's like -1 to the hedges dice bonus. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as you like remain emotionally intact and like focused, you're usually okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As as you're scavenging, hmm,
I
you
imagine this
know,
would be like a survival roll.
yes, and yeah, you can make a survival roll, and if you wish, you could also try hedge spinning with any like extra successes.
So wits plus survival.
Yeah, because like if I if my understanding is correct from reading, yeah, you can since you're changeling in the head Shenison, you can do like shifts with any extra successes that you can just bank.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it's all about the intent, So yeah,
Two
there's
sucks. Sucks to suck.
all right. Just pull out on and this. Where is it? Where the fuck is this? There it is. Hmm. As like the town almost like disappears from sight for a little bit, you start like foraging for goblin fruits. You've spent a decent amount of time to at least try to at least perform like a weird sort of hedge botany where you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to like you're trying to like see what goblin fruits aren't weird
Yeah, yeah.
or you're doing your best to sort out like from fruits that you definitely know of so you don't end up with like a fruit that makes your left ear your right ear and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As let me just get a theme. Let me just get a theme. Uh, And actually, let me just check something real quick. Uh, That's I guess I'll go with this one then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I remember I don't have a fucking thing for this. Whatever. I'll just do. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna stress on that. As you're like foraging, you think like one of the most like normal sort of fruits, and like I assume you just like bite it, just give it a bite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As you hear like a as just like from out of the apple, like or like from like it seemed like they were holding onto an apple, like a little like a shitty little fairy flies out. Hey, watch where you're biting, man.
Mm. And he just like he just holds his hand up and gives it a nod, like, mm-hmm.
Ah, jeez, you already called dibs on it. Man, I don't want to go too far from town. As I float. Mm,
As he cuts it in half and like eats his half, and like he holds the other half in his hands, and I imagine the fairy's like, ooh, as he gives the
yeah.
other half to
Ooh.
his horse.
Aw, mean, man, man. He's like, this sucks. If a Kelly would have given me some good food.
He's just looking at him like, fuck is up with this guy?
It's like, now you know what? Yeah, yeah. You know what? Screw these apples. I'm gonna screw this apples. I'm gonna eat some pie. I'm going to Kelly's, man. Man, fuck this shit. I'm going to Kelly. Uh, as they just like wander off. Man, Kelly used to have the best sort of food to eat. Fucking pies, chicken, all the sort of shit. Man, fuck this. As they fly off. Uh, as I this is a completely fucking normal thing. Your horse just like looks at you curious, say, but I don't know why, but the mental image I have of the fucking forward facing horse is fucking I can't focus. But yeah, the horse is like looks at you questioning as it looks at the app at the fruit, which is I mean it's all right,
Mm-hmm.
but today's yield wasn't really. I mean, you only got like a handful of fruits, and you are a whole man and also horse.
Yeah.
say you might need a bit more than that.
Yeah, I guess I'll go forge some more.
All right, and then hmm, let's do. Let's see. Why did I get rid of the theme? Why did I get rid of that theme?
Why did you?
Yeah, goddamn. Prayer on prayer to the dark. As I assume you go
Uh,
like
yeah. I got
yeah,
three
deep.
successes to forge, by the way.
Okay, I have a prayer to the. Where the fuck? My apologies for the fucking musical troubles.
That's chill.
Prayer to the dark. No, god damn it. Pray to the dark. There we go.
I'm just
There we go.
fucking
Now
like, and that just reminded me of what is it? The high card. Pray for the fire. That
pray
shit
for the fire.
that they were doing.
Pray for the hedge fruit. Yeah. Pray for the hedge fruit. Uh-huh. And as you do that, as you eventually start picking more and more fruits, and does your horse have a name, or is it just a horse?
It's specific. It has a name. It's called Nobody because it's a horse with
All
no
right.
because it's a horse with no name he because he didn't fucking know what to name it when he found it and was like, all right, I'm calling you Nobody because you're a horse with no name.
Nobody.
And then because he didn't really it didn't feel right to name it, so he's just like, I don't know.
Yeah. As you and nobody start like going a little bit deeper and deeper into the hedge, you discover like a bunch of like fruit and food, and shit. As you also discover, you see, what year would you say? Like, what's like a rough estimate of like what year you came from?
I think I wrote this down. 1874.
Mm-hmm. So actually, you would kind of know about. Wait, hold on. Let me just double check my time shit. No, yeah, holy shit, 1872. So yeah, you at least from your point where you came from, you've seen one of these before. As you like, whenever you used to like ride into town, this looks like a menu for a diner. Those fancy things that were, as my research shows, started popping up like 2 years before you were taken.
Mm, all that shit out west in California.
Yeah, as you just like say, like, yeah, it's a diner menu. I got you like a apple pie, and more. Some meals are a bit strange, like fucking like crepes of dreams and other and like spider silk spaghetti. Then there is also just like people food on it, and in from what you look from like gaudy ass text, like it looks like the text looks like it seems like it's trying to be stylish, but to you it's fucking ugly. To us it's kind of like I think it was the 60s, like the 60s, like like the
Yeah, the diner.
retro, like yeah, like a diner aesthetic
Yeah,
basically.
the atomic age kind of shit.
Yeah, like Tom and Gage like style, like flair to it. But obviously from your era, you just think it's tacky and weird. And yeah, it's like okay, Kelly is a diner, just a short jaunt away from seaside, not seaside, waterside. Yeah, exactly, just like that. Yeah, it seems like yeah, you found a menu for this place, and it says, oh yeah, Kelly's.
As he looks at the menu and like looks down at Nobody as he pats him on the neck. Fairies. I think that little fairy said something about this too. Ain't that something?
Nay. As like nobody like sniffs at the menu, and he like nudges like a little spot of it where where it's fucking where it's like let's see, okay, can shaped corn. As it just seems to be an image of corn, but instead of like being canned corn, it is a corn in the shape of a can.
Like it's corn on the cob in the shape of a can.
Yes.
That's funny. As he looks at it, been a while since we've had something like that. That isn't raw hedge. That isn't raw goblin fruit. So,
Hey,
I think we should check it out. At least in our
not
current
not
situation. As
not
he checks his saddlebags. Nothing too terrible here. As he we're doing pretty all right now.
not.
As he, you know, snaps the reins a little bit as he just slow jaunt forward.
All right. Now let's do some hedge traversal, shall we? So yeah, it goes by chase rules.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the chase. The hedge has an effective speed of 10. Let me fucking open up chase rules on the other book because unfortunately I switched over to like Adobe to like read my PDFs.
Mm-hmm.
But a downside to that is I can no longer like look at multiple instances of the same book, which I used to be able to do because I use fucking Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys are not on a trod. You're pretty good. So yeah, at least one. You don't have any conditions, so none here.
Mm-mm.
All right, at least one negative. Nope. Okay, clarity or is your clarity low lower than half of your maximum?
No.
All right, then yeah, you're fine there. You don't really have a pressing time limit, so you're good there. The hedge doesn't really have the edge. You didn't say bedlam, which is like bedlam is basically like changing power to just make people's emotions go out of fucking whack because which
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Head shit. So no, you haven't done that, and you are not in the thorns, which is very good. Let me just look up regular chase rules. Oh, fuck. I've been cussing like a sailor recently. I'm sorry. All right. So yeah, the hedge's base speed is 10. I am going to assume you're faster than that when you're on nobody.
Yeah, nobody's speed, I believe, due after everything is it's 30 after all the buffs that he has, so like just um in general. Uh so 38 with a species factor of 12. I don't know how species factor works. Uh
Yeah. Like species factor by usually for like normal shit is like usually just like your base size like for most like PCs it's
yeah.
you're
But Defay mount specifically is like, yeah, species factor 12, and I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah. Yeah, it's like usually species factor like by default it's like you're like whatever like is a normal size for whatever the hell you are. But like usually like whenever species factor is called, it's probably because the thing in question is changing the species factor. So yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, species factor 12 by the speed of 38.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine there.
Yeah, as whenever it like steps, whenever nobody steps like on the ground, or like moves fast enough, it just like little wisps of sand come off of him. Like it's like it
Mhm.
like Ghost Rider whenever like he rides and like it's like this it leaves a scorch mark, so whatever, it just leaves a little bit of sand, and before it blows away into the wind.
Good, good, good. Yeah, and as I guess, yeah, we roll for initiative because it's technically a chase. But
Well, there's two
you,
people, so.
yeah, yeah, but the hedge also has initiative.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
What's your current clarity, by the way?
Clarity 5.
So yeah, 5. So we round up in the system, right?
Yes, I think.
Uh, So yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. German with a skill. Mm-hmm. I believe, yeah. Dice pools. So yeah. All right. So yeah, the hedge is gonna start uh, edging my shit right now. There you
Yeah, you're
go.
hedging my shit right now.
I'm hedging my shit right now. I got brambles on my motley right now. As if I believe right now, it's not very good. So dice pool is not very good right now. Because you're too your vibe's too smooth. Your horse too steady. Your bitch too bad. The hedge wants to kill you. Yes. Yeah. No. No sucks. For you, your target sucks is yeah just 5. I know this probably the turning factor, but this is nice and chill. So just you're gonna 5 to make it there.
I have to roll 5.
5 sucks. So yeah. How do you traverse the hedge?
With my riding skill.
Mhm.
2 sucks.
Mhm. So yeah.
Again?
Uh-huh. As
7
uh,
successes.
you know the hedge it stood no chance. As you've heard like hearsay and like stuff about very dangerous shit in the hedge, especially here. There's a bunch of like strange men of sea creature that are not in the sea. Heard many tales, including ones of a fog kraken, which seems to be the size of an entire building and swallows people in one bite. You, however, feel none of that shit, as nobody just kind of just trots along as any as like you see like on the edge like you see like hedge beasts like all manner of wolves. You see like a floating like piranha, but you just kind of just race right past it.
Yeah, just fucking. Nope. I ain't doing that shit.
Just, nope. Yeah, you got it. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta take out trash real quick. And, Mhm.
Alright, we're back.
All right. So yeah, you can just kind of like zip past any sort of like possible threat that could possibly even like jump out. The hedge doesn't have enough time to get fucky. You just whoop. And as like the mist, the encroaching mist upon of the edge, sort of slowly like not really dissipates, but like you know the area loads as it were, as how it is like fog gets lesser, so you can actually see where you're going
Mm-hmm.
as you part away branches as you feel. or at least you hear nobody's like hoofs step upon like more stone ground, something more stable, something that isn't like liable to like shift at a moment's notice. So you're probably here actually. But as you like, but as you enter the area, you are met. Let me just. You're met with an odd sight. You're met with a strange-looking building with glass that seems to be darkened from like age and possibly weather. Uh, there seems to be a few of the windows have been shattered, as you see the like stony ground, like of bricks. Seems to have like moss like growing over it. As you see, like the building has bits of like a moss growing out of it. As you see, like uh, you don't know what neon is, but you see a lit sign uh, of Kelly's. As obviously, we the audience would know it's the the classic '60s version of a diner, but again, you're not from that era, so Arthur wouldn't really know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All I know is that it's weird.
yeah. hmm Do you just walk forward, or do you like what would you do when you see this?
He just gives it a small little ride around, like he just rides the perimeter of it for a little bit.
Yeah. Would you like to just roll me perception real quick?
Mm-hmm.
This should be pretty simple perception roll as long as you don't as long as you don't fuck it up.
Two sucks.
You do not fuck it up.
Nice.
Uh, yeah. As you see, people have been here, and you see like off to like one of the entrance off to like one of the entrances. You see a it looks like a wolf, some manner of wolf. Obviously, in the hedge, things are a bit weirder and different. So this wolf, well, first and foremost, it's fucking huge. It is
Mm-hmm.
massive, like easily the size of nobody. As it seems to have like what seems to be like instead of fur, seems to be like razor like sharp blades for fur. As it seems to be like just like as you see its chest totally like raised and lower. It seems to be asleep. As what you also notice is that it's not wild. It has a saddle,
Mm.
and, yeah, and as you like get like a better angle of the area, you see like through the front doors of the diner. You see like a little like like the display like the glass like display things, and they are like yeah wall to wall with some perfectly nice food. Though it seems like the chairs and like the like actual dining area seems to be in complete disarray with like moss and shit growing over it.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting like right at where the register would be, uh, not seated on a chair, but rather like knelt on the ground, is a very large and imposing figure, seemingly clad in solid black armor that almost seems to absorb the light around it, acting as almost as if the very night sky itself uh, grew legs and was like walking around. Like that's how black the armor is.
Mm.
It seems to be an armored knight, and they are knelt at the counter. As you see, you can't really see from like this distance, but you do see like a. Actually, do you have acute senses?
Do I have what?
Do you have acute senses by any chance?
Acute senses?
I think. Hold on. Let me open up your sheet just to
You mean
see if
trained
I'm thinking of
observer?
that. Changes over no, because nothing. It was just like changelings have like their own special like perception merit, which among other things, besides like adding like your word to like all perception rolls, it also doubles like your effective like seeing range. So like you have better vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
no,
checked. You
I
don't.
don't. No.
Yeah, you don't have it. So you just have like normal, well, like better than human, but like normal like plot wise perception. So you just see like a photo, but you can't really tell like who it is of this distance. And they seem to be like knelt at it with a with an imposing like spear at their side that seems to be like almost spiraling, like it's like twisted, almost like a lance of Longinus, but at the very tip instead of like the forked tip, it has like a spiral drill, a red spiral like drill tip. It's like kind of like a so it's kind of like a lance of Longinus spear and like a fucking Gurren log, but with like a Gurren log on spiral drill on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. As it seems to be knelt in front of a photo. There is a lot of food. What do?
Uh, like goes back around to the front, dismounts nobody, doesn't hitch nobody or anything, and
Hmm.
just opens up the door.
Hmm. Yeah, you just walk through.
Yeah, he just like opens up the door and stands in the doorway, just sort of looks around at the situation.
Hmm. Yeah, as I think you just like casually walk, or not casually, but like you like walk in as the night. Uh, as you get like a better look of the photo, it seems to be that of a young woman, but obviously something's a bit weird because everything in the head is weird. As she seems to have like multiple sets of eyes, as well as you can tell from like the photo. She also has like black, like where the area like past her elbow seems to be like solid black, like insect-like. She seems to have multiple sets of arms, like six sets, and then each of the in each of her hands is like a plate filled with like various foods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as the knight seems to notice you. Who goes there?
He looks. Someone trying to get food.
Yes, I suppose you're similar to most of the clientele. Hmm. As they like stand to their full height, and Arthur, you are a tall man. You're 6 foot, nothing to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm.
This knight towers over you,
He's just looking up at him.
though you'll find that it's going to be a bit more difficult than just ordering food. The res the owner of this establishment has passed away. As a result, our food our food is in limited supply. I will not I will not give it to you simply for asking.
I'd imagine not.
As he like looks you up and down, though I I admire your honesty at the least. Some have tried sneaking past me. Some suicidal ones would have tried to attack me or my steed. You didn't.
I'm not stupid.
Hmm. The the Black Knight like looks around. Uh, oh yeah, I forgot to mention they also have like like the Knight helmet, like the like hair plume sort of thing, like the stuff that like Berserker Lancelot has.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. They kind of like that sort of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like what one of like the images I have for like reference is also the fucking high card Black Knight. Yeah, I say, look, are you are you a writing man by any chance?
That I am.
Hmm. And how about a friendly race? You win, you get your pick. Lose, nothing. And you'll try again later.
Nothing. He just sort of looks at him like, that's unusual.
Well, be it would be uh, it'd be dishonorable of me to request to make any sort of profit or any sort of benefit off of another woman's hard work. While I respected Kelly, this is still her diner, not mine.
He nods.
So what say you?
He nods. I'll take that.
The knight nods as the two of you get ready. As the knight kind of like snaps their finger as uh, the like as the like leaves around them sort of like swirl and like arc towards our hand as a sort of like how is it? They shift in color from like a dark green to like a nice orange before going to a bright sharp red as they form and coalesce together into the form of a spear as the knight just chucks it towards an area as it lands. Yeah, standard race. Uh, a loop around the premises, or three loops around the premises. That sounds fair.
He nods.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm trying to find. Hold on. Trying to find a very specific name. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's Cody, buddy. This
Mm-hmm.
is also technically a chase, but it's a chase, but it's actually just a race.
So initiative.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Damn.
15.
If you could believe it, hold on. Just check. All right. It was actually surprisingly close.
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah. So let's yeah. Target amount of successes for both of you shall be just a nice and even 20. Yeah, whoever gets to 20 first wins the race.
Mm-hmm. I forget how chase rules works. Do you roll your speed as a dice pool?
Hold on. Let me check chase rules because I have them open. And no, I don't anymore. I closed it for Black Knight. 1 second. Table contents. Bunch. Closes. Cases. There it is. Set the terms. So yeah, the terms has been set. Yeah. Oh yeah, the modifiers. Yeah, were just for like target amount of successes, but like let's having a little bit of fun. Making it 20, so we're on equal footing. Your speed traits determines how much you move. Oh yeah, so yeah, so if it was like determining distance,
Mm.
so yeah, like say if something was like 200 meters away. So, yeah, but in this, I'm going a bit more like a contest. So it's more just
Mm-hmm.
like driving rolls and head spinning versus each other, band for band, as it were. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Since it's more of a race, not a chase. It's a competition, not a chase, after all. Yeah, Arthur, you go first.
All right. So you said I roll my speed.
Nah, speed would be like if you had to like get to a certain distance. So for
Okay.
now, you can just roll like riding.
Riding. Okay.
Yeah, riding, or you can also hedge spin to do like whatever the hell. Like I don't know, stab at the ground, stab at the ground, and hedge spin to pull it towards you.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah, and in case you want the shifts again that you can use for any extra sucks. If you want to like screw over the Black Knight in this race,
Nah, I'm just gonna ride.
we ride. Oh wait, ignore that. Hold on. Just don't look at the tabs. I'm just lazy.
8 successes.
All right.
Yeah, as he snaps at the reins and starts darting forward.
All right, now the Knight's turn. Funnily enough, the Black Knight has a specialty in chasing. This is not a chase, however.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't I silly?
Ain't I a stinker?
All right. I'll say this is a fucking filler. This is a fucking filler battle theme. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. 0 sucks as like the knight like rides on the wolf, but you fuck like it seems like at very at first you guys are evenly matched speed wise, but nobody uses like uh, kind of like fucking how I describe this almost like almost like fucking like bee hops or faster. Like I imagine the fucking like the Mario like 64 like athletically, but as a horse doing it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
as nobody's basically doing tricks on the fucking on the wolf. All right, roll again. Yeah, the Black Knight got 0 sucks.
My turn again.
Yes, I might as well pre-roll, but like whatever you get is still before.
2 sucks.
uh, as you immediately like clear like the first lap, as you're about to as you're like halfway through the second, as slowly the well, quote unquote slowly, but it's kind of like absurd speed wise. The Black Knight seems to finish like their first lap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you are halfway there in terms of sucks.
Time to roll again.
Mhm.
4 successes.
Mhm. Ooh. And hold on, let me roll for the Black Knight. God damn, luck is not on their side. 0 sucks again.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do your first lap, you immediately clear it, and now you're halfway across to doing your third and final lap as a Black Knight only barely starts their second lap. One more time.
One more go. Two
Quickly,
sucks.
quickly, roll cracked.
Yeah, 2 sucks.
Yeah, you got 2 sucks, and man, the Black Knight is getting kind of. I'm gonna be real. The Black Knight's kind of getting dabbed on. They got 1 suck.
Damn. He is.
So yeah, you got 2 sucks, so you're 17 away. Oh, yeah, that's all. That's 17. So yeah, one more. Unless the fucking Black Knight locks the fuck in right now.
5 successes.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna roll. You already do it. Yeah, as you pretty safely finish as the Black Knight is only like a quarter of the way through their final lap. As he simply nods. It was, was impressive. It was an impressive ride.
Yeah, as he slows down. He nods. I've been riding for quite a while.
Seems I require more practice. And perhaps I've gotten rusty.
Who knows? See, he pats nobody on the neck. Nobody here is a special kind.
I suppose. Now, well, free. Well, free over here is a good enough steed. Oh, hello, Adam.
It's
Hmm.
Adam.
Yes, you are welcome to watch. Well, free here is a quality steed. Simply is no match for a proper horse. It is just for you, Adam. We are hedging. We're at a we're at a rundown diner. Cody Cody just beat a black knight in a horse race. I say horse race, but he has a horse. The black knight had a wolf, and this was a race. This was a race to determine if he has the right to grab any food from the diner.
Yeah, I was asking. I was asking Adam for help with the character creation.
All right. Yeah. As you know, I know Mr. Horse. Yeah. As the two of you, uh, as the two of you, like go go in as well. You have the freedom to take your pick.
He he looks around, just sort of the different ones. He's gonna go for like a full English breakfast, like eggs, bacon, sausage, and like oats. Classic diner breakfast kind of thing.
Mm, good,
As
good.
yeah, as he just grabs it, takes it outside because the horse can't go in.
Yeah.
Sets it down, pushes the what's it called? Pushes the oats over to nobody, and starts eating.
There's
Throws in
nobody.
like an egg or two.
Yeah. There's nobody. Eats away as the two of you start eating. As the Black Knight simply just goes back into prayer for Kelly. Hey, Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll me perception?
I don't like that fucking piano sting. 3 sucks.
That's pretty good. Yeah, all right. As you're eating, you're kind of like taking on the scenery. Like this, if I remember the fucking, I forgot the term. I'm pretty sure it was a trove. Yeah, this is a trove in the hedge, which is basically like a spot in the hedge, kind of like a trod, but basically it's like, oh yeah, no, I know, yeah, a trod is like the road, but a trove is also like a spot in the hedge. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So trods are basically like roads in the hedge, in which like you can pretty much safely assume that our trods are going to remain the same no matter how many times you go across, which is important because it's a hedge.
Mm-hmm.
A trove a trove is basically like the location version of that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a nice little trove, which means that nothing really seems to change around here. Everything remains normal. Like freeholds tend to be either like hollows or like buildings or troves, and the town you were in was also in a trove. So normally things would just stay the same. Maybe like if like the and maybe if like the seasons change, the hedge will like shift to that. But no, since this is a Seattle hedge, it's mostly rainy, and like at most it gets like muggy, sort of, like humid. This is the opposite. You feel cold, cold snap, as it were. As like as you like exhale out, just breathing out casually, you see your breath. Oh, not Grove, it's Grove. All right, that's a my bad. This is a grove. Yeah. You see your breath, which is like a sign of like temperature dropping. As you look around, the green like foliage that like surrounded like this clearing almost seems to whiten as flecks of frost and snow seem to be creeping across from it. As you get like a pit in your stomach. That's not normal, quote unquote.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, you're on guard. As yeah, yeah, as you get ready. As you duck on reflex, as the tree, as like nobody also ducks in reflex, as like the tree line, but behind you is just sliced in half, as like the top of the trees are sent flying, as a powerful winter wind just blows through. The knight immediately hops on Free, his wolf, before aiming his spear. As you get a sight of something strange. It seems to be an entity made out of ice, but as you like look towards, you see like rotating gears almost. Even though it seems like completely like composed of ice, it seems to also have like you can't tell if it's of a clear metal or ice itself, but there are gears in it. This is like a mechanical being almost. The top half resembles that of a ballerina sculpture, posed elegantly. Though as you can tell from like its how its fingers and arms move, it is articulated, as it seems to like that clockwork like slit like sway and jitter. Its bottom half, however, is that of a horse, a centaur, with more like mechanical bits sticking out of it. As I have like put in my notes here, it is the top half of a ballerina, the bottom half of Eligor.
Mm. That's funny.
Yeah, and you notice from its elbows, from their elbows, they have like long, long like arm blades as one appears in front of you, and a few you see like three more approach the knight as they just immediately charge at these things. As you can safely assume these are hostile from what they did to the foliage behind you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I would like you to roll me initiative.
Yeah, as he reflexively is gonna quick draw his sawed-off shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. There's a folder. There it is. There it is. Mm-hmm. Yes. So yes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Sugihime gets this kill. As I'm personally, I'm, I, I like what I called this thing.
That's pretty
Hmm. Yeah, the Winter War Machine goes first. Oh, as it like twirls as its top half almost spins, moving its arms in an elegant sort of dance. As it feels colder, the wind starts to swirl around as you are caught in a blizzard.
good.
As
Yeah.
snow.
Survivalist merit.
Good, smart. I didn't. Let's see. Let me just check. Let me just check the rules for a blizzard. It is a magnitude of 2. Oh, fuck, guys. And also, can you read to me the benefits of Survivalist as well?
Of what?
Survivalist. It was like you don't gain like any like penalties for like like cold or anything, right? Up to like a certain amount.
Yeah. Give me a second to pull it up. The book never wants to behave. Survivalist. Resist extreme cold or extreme heat for hours equal to your stamina.
Mm-hmm. This, however, is a blizzard, unfortunately. Yeah. As it is whirling around you.
Yeah, when inflicted with extreme cold tilt or extreme heat tilt, doesn't begin taking a normal -1 to the rolls until a number of hours equal to its stamina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, orange it. Yeah, as snow starts to pile up, as now you suffer a -2 to any like physical rolls and combat rolls and like. Mm-hmm. However, you would also know that that's not that's not liable to stick in the hedge if things are right. But you do you for how you want to defeat this thing. As that was its turn.
My turn?
Yeah, it was its turn to like cause the blizzard.
Yeah, um, as he raises his shotgun, aims, and then as he rides forward, it just one-handed, bam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, -2. And then we'll spend. Oh yeah, wait, no, no, nope, no defense against firearms. I forgot it. Forgot about that. Yeah, -2.
3 successes.
For how much?
7 lethal.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, as you like blast again against it, as it blocks some of the gunshots, as bullets sticking as like the spread like sticks into the icy bits of it, as a few bits chip off, but it's no worse for it's pretty doing all right actually. Yeah, you've notably damaged it, but not by much. All right. As that war machine is going to slice at you louder than I expected. There we go. As I
Carol of
prepared this.
Bells?
It is a remix of it from Black Souls.
Mm.
It, all right. As it like as it seemingly hops around, seemingly trying to dance in with both its a top and bottom half before it charges towards you with its arm blade, intent on slicing you in half. What's your defense?
My defense is. Let me check map combat. Defense of 4.
Ooh, that's 5 successes for 7 lethal. Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, as he.
All right. As it like charges at you and slashes across your chest and shoves you like through the window. As you see in the background, the Black Knight is fighting 3 of these things at once. All right. Is this guy also going to toss out their ability in the air and kill him with fall damage? No. Yeah. Yeah, as you get like sent through a fucking window. How are you looking after that slash, Arthur?
Pretty alright. Nah, I don't like that though. I have 3 health
Yeah.
boxes left
Mm-hmm.
that are unlethal.
Mm-hmm. As you like bleed a bit from that, it's like as you look towards like the Black Knight, you can't really tell like their facial expression because they're pit because like armor, but like they are shaking with anger a lot as you see their visor glow for a bit before they just like let, let out a roar as they and Free set themselves on fire as the knight leaps his back and just like grabs two of the war machines and slams them together as you see uh, being ignited uh like a good like half of their like top halves are just melted off immediately. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's your turn?
I need to check a power.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and do also keep in mind whatever you do, you can also hedge spin to give yourself additional shit. It's quick, easy, and free. Well, not free. It costs whatever successes, but you get what I mean. You can hedge bit during combat. You can even do it while attacking, says Adam. Indeed. all for the low, low price of a and glamour. What a deal! I I do I do that for a glamour.
I'm going to um, spend 2 glamour,
Mm. Mm.
and as he reaches down and grabs like a handful of snow, as he
Mm.
like sort of lifts up and like stuffs it underneath his bandana, as he
Mm.
shoves it into his mouth. He's gonna spend 2 glamour to use Primal Glory.
Mm. Do yourself
Um,
icy.
it gain immunity to damage from mundane instances of the element, and suffer half
Mm.
damage rounded down for magical sources. And then it gains an
Mm.
armor rating of 1/1, and that armor hurts anyone who comes in close, dealing 1 point of lethal damage per turn to anyone who does a melee attack against the character. However,
Mm.
I have a seeming benefit from this. I am an
Oh.
ogre, and I'm fully immune to magical instances of the chosen element.
Mm. Yeah, you're just immune to ice damage, period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see if I don't think I'd go
Yeah.
loophole.
And I believe you can just do it reflexively, because wasn't for
It's
Primal
instant.
Glory you just
It's
eat?
instant.
Yeah, but like if you do the loophole, it just becomes reflexive and for free.
Oh, loophole. Changeling consumes the element somehow. So my flavor already did it.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just reflexively did it. And also for free. So yeah, it costs no glamour. Okay, so 11 instant action.
As he then and holds it up, holds it out again. Actually, let me check something. That's a hurt locker.
I love, I love changelings. I love other powers are just cheats, yeah. Like researching contracts, like a good chunk of them also just don't require fucking rolls. You just do them.
I'm gonna use the Rearing Beast ability of mounted combat.
Mm.
Roll Wits plus Animal Ken and add successes to attack rolls made by the horse. Which I'm going to use an attack
Yeah.
by the horse to just fucking kick the shit out of it.
Yeah. You do, yeah. And you can do this with no penalty because, you don't really need to see to boost up nobody because you're on him.
Beast. Wits plus Animal Ken.
Changelings are so funny, man. They're just, they are hacks to the extreme. They are part of like the trio of bullshitters, changelings,
5
mages, and
successes.
God. Okay, nope. You like look down at nobody. Nobody looks at you. Nobody nods. He knows.
Yeah, as like he rides forward, as he catches a bit of ice, as he then whips the reins around as it spins across the ice, so the back hooves are at the fucking guys. He just fucking rears back and double kick in the back. Nobody rolls 8 dice. 2 successes. What's his defense? What's his defense against the nobody kick?
Oh yeah, because it's a firearm. So
Yeah.
it has actually pretty high defense of 8.
8. Spend a point of willpower for this. 1 suck.
Sucks to suck.
So 6 sucks. And that's a 4 lethal because of a thing I got with my merit. For 10 lethal, knockdown.
God damn.
It was fucking boom.
Yeah, as like I mentioned, yeah, the war machine just like charges at you. You can tell this thing doesn't seem to be alive. It seems to be So as a result, it doesn't really think. So it just kind of like not really recognizing that you did anything, just kind of like charges at you to try to slice at you. As you just kind of like as you hop off, like you like hop into the air to avoid it. As nobody just like spins around and kicks it in the face, sending it toppling over. As you just send it like out, as you just send it like out of the diner. 3, 5, 6. I got 6,
It's the wrong chat.
6,
Nah, whatever.
6. Yeah. All right. As it is knocked down, as the Winter War Machine, being brainless, is just gonna get up. Doesn't really know what. It's just on kill, kill, kill. So that's its turn. Your turn again.
I'm gonna shotgun blast him.
Yep. -2. Actually, wait. Hold on. I'm pretty sure what was it melee attacks to prone targets or actually no, he's standing up again. It
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
matter.
stood up.
So yeah, just
Yeah,
-2.
he's stood up again. 6 successes.
I mean, like it's bonuses. Yeah, range gets penalties. Yeah, but he did stand up, so 6 successes. For how much lethal?
10.
10 again. Yeah, damn. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Goddamn. As you just like, you know what? Hey, Cody,
Hmm.
how do you want to do this?
As he rides forward, and like, as he rides forward, he flips the gun around so it's holding it by the barrel. As he and smashes the ballerina part of it with the stock with the butt of it. As then he flips it in his hand, points down at like the stump of where like the centaur would be, and then just blasts it apart.
Yeah, as this thing, you did just enough as it just destroyed. As you turn towards the Black Knight, as he is still on fire, very much on fire, and he just picks up his lance, uh, looks towards Free, who is also on fire, just tosses it towards Free as he grabs it in between its teeth like Sif, as uh, as the Black Knight fucking okay no first Free, it he Free like spins around and leaps up into the air to like perform like a spinning swing, right? He spins to the left. The Black Knight fucking Tatsumaki Senpukins fucking spin rotating like fucking spiral kicks in the opposite direction as if to create a flaming tornado to envelop both of the other remaining war machines as they are just melted utterly, and they emit heat so fucking strong that the ice and all of the snowstorms caused by the Winter War machines are just instantly dissipated. As just like the as the do you have any combo music?
Me?
Yeah.
Hmm. Not particularly.
All right.
I don't really have that many
All right.
calm music tracks. Let me check my
Yeah.
stockpile.
let me check. Good old. Let me check good old echoes. Where was it? Let me check the Black Souls OST.
Nothing's standing out so far that fits with the theme.
Yeah. I'll put this up and run. And let me check. I guess. I guess parting. Effie echoes parting. Yeah. Yeah. More calm. This is a little sad, but it's more just calm. As the Black Knight just kind of like as you can see just smoke emanating from their helmet. Though interestingly, you kind of see like there's a few like nicks and like cuts deep into their armor. As you see just like trace bits of fur poking out. Yeah. As they just sort of like dust themselves off. Oi, are you alright over there?
I'll certainly live.
Good. As they just like look towards the puddles that were the winter war machines. Them damnable things. Can't even. Foul things like these can't even let a single woman rest in peace.
These common in these parts.
Increasingly so. It's the hedge, and we're no strangers to all manner of beasts and creatures. But these seem a little different, a lot more mechanical. Some of these have been popping up. Doesn't, how you say, fit with the theme. Clashes. It feels wrong. Hmm. I suppose maybe it's a Gentry getting uppity.
He looks around. I'm new to these parts.
Hmm.
What's this place called?
Well, but by the surface standards, it would be called. I believe we're in the United States, Seattle, as it were.
Mm, I know that place.
Hmm. Familiar. That's good.
It was. Well, I could say I'm older than it.
Really now.
He nods. I was a boy when that place was founded.
Hmm.
I'd heard
I'm
of it, but I never went that far west. Until now.
indeed. As the knight just kind of like sits like by a wall, seemingly just like refusing to like sit at one of the chairs. Hmm. Usually, the creatures around here are more natural, and more recently they were not more recently, more commonly There are more. I expect to see more fish.
That I can
So
certainly do.
the edge is a lot of things, but it likes it loves themes. It loves themes. It loves stories. You're not going to find little green men marching around with Roman centurions unless those little green men are also wearing centurion armor. I suppose I suppose that's why there's not many of our kind forming freeholds around these parts. Every time someone claims to take the role of a seasonal monarch, they end up dead.
Mm.
They just kind of crack their neck. I'm going to keep watch over this place for a little while, at least until at least until the, the supply is fully run out. Then I'll go about my business again. As you seem to notice, like they were wearing a cloak, but it's been like ripped up. As you see, just like on their side, there seems to be a little symbol of the full moon and a black chess, it's like a white like image of a full moon and a black knight chess piece, uh, like a decal in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Onyx, by the way.
Mm.
That is what I'm referred to.
Arthur.
They they just kind of like extend their hand.
Yeah, he shakes his hand.
Yeah, you're an all right man, Arthur.
He
You could have
nods,
easily ran.
as is yourself. Not many in the hedge would believe in something.
I'm a woman of honor.
He nods.
No, no, he did not stutter.
I know. Uh, as he just nods.
Stay, stay around, Arthur. Hope, hopefully, my profession doesn't make us enemies in the future.
He looks at Onyx. Can I ask what that is?
Mercenary by trade, or by contract, whichever is better.
He nods. I'm a rambling man. Maybe we'll see each other one day.
Oh,
Hopefully not at each other's end of each other's
nod,
blades.
nod. As Onyx continues standing guard with a
Yes.
free.
Yeah, as Arthur reloads, holsters his gun again.
Yeah.
10 shots left. As he just moves the reins a little bit and keeps on riding.
Hmm. Yeah. As you continue riding and riding. Do I want? Let's see. Do I want to? How do I want to do this? Nah, it's big. We'll free ball this. We'll free ball this. Free
Mm-hmm.
ball this. Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it. We ball.
Yeah. As you're trotting across the hedge, traversing, you're trying your best to spin in just the right way so the thorns don't snatch you up. As did pretty damn good job earlier. So you just kind of ride past, but you end up in somewhere a bit differently. It's not dangerous, thankfully. You would obviously tell you'd be able to ride away if it were, but it's also foreign as clouds start to gather as it seems like a storm is brewing. In the distance, you see a structure. It seems to be a building of some sort. As the as the clouds are gathering more and more, you know that weather in the hedge is a bit fucky.
Mm-hmm.
And as things get darker and darker, that structure seems to just remain still and sturdy. Do you ride towards it? Do you ride away from it?
You said the weather's picking up?
Yeah, the weather's picking up.
Yes, he's gonna start riding towards it to get a scope of it.
As you get closer, it seems to be a
Yeah,
col.
yeah,
What?
one hand on the reins, one hand on his gun, as his shotgun, as he just has his shotgun in his lap.
Smart. As it seems to be a long ivory-looking tower. But as you get closer and closer, what seems to be a pristine white a tower of marble from a distance, and its flaws seem to show more and more as you get closer, as it is massive. But nature seems to be trying to overtake it as it swirls, as branches, thorns, and brambles are wrapped around it. You notice the greenery of moss slipping into each brick as you approach it. As it seems closer, you notice it's quiet. No rustling, no rustling of leaves, no sounds of any hobgoblins in the area, no, not even the sound of the weather that was picking up, not even the sounds of storms brewing in. It is quiet, peaceful, almost. And as you approach this tower, there seems to be a ramp and a staircase, but uh, that seems to lead to two large double doors with moss overtaking some of them, as it seems to be ever so slightly cracked open.
As he looks down to nobody, like, as he just sort of asks, "What do you think?"
And nobody kind of just like as it sniffs up, as you see his ears flick almost as if he's trying to listen for anything. Nay, as it's just nays. I don't hear anything.
As he pats him on the neck, "If you get spooked, just let me know."
Nod. Yeah, it seems to be the entrances does seem to be both wheel and horse wheel and horse accessible.
Mm-hmm.
because the doors are massive enough, and there's also a ramp as well as stairs.
Yeah, as yeah, he slowly walking in.
As you part your way through the double doors, you are once again met with silence, but also a comforting light, as you are met with the sight you're familiar with in some way. As lavish as the interior of this building is, you immediately can tell what it is. It is library. You see in the you just see all around you, uh, like past like the walkways, rows upon rows of books and scrolls and all manner of items. And as you like walk in with nobody, like towards like the railings, like on either side, you know, as you like look down, it just keeps going and going and going. It keeps, as you see, just floor upon floor upon floor of books and books and books. And as you look up into the air, the same thing happens over and over as if it just never ends. You can just hear the slight hum, someone humming a tune to themselves. Arthur.
He continues to clap, clap, clap forward.
And aside from like the clopping of nobody's hooves and the humming of the voice, which seems to be a feminine, that those seem to be the only sources of noise in this area. As you inevitably just like brush by like books, titles, some of them you recognize, others are complete nonsense, and others are just books you've never really heard of. You see a few Bibles, you see a few. You just check when this is written. 18. What year were you taking again?
The date I was taken was 1874.
All right, yep. So you see 20,000 leagues under the sea. You recognize that. And then you just see all sorts of knowledge, and like in languages you can't really recognize, and in languages you don't even like register. Like, you don't know what these characters are. It doesn't look like a regular person wrote them. If that makes sense. And as you just like walk forward, the humming gets a little bit louder as you hear like pages turn. I assume you just continue moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk forward and closer, you see the sight of a woman. As I keep shifting your remixes. There it is. This woman is pale as the moon itself. Like along her back is a long snow white hair that like tips off a little bit. Yeah, she stands perfectly upright. It seems like with every movement she makes is that of an elegant swan, almost. You can see her eyes are silver as, as silver as bars. Her body seems to be adorned with various like wings and black feathers, as she has a set of black wings on her back, like almost like an angel. On her head is another pair of wings that don't sort of act like a crown, and the only thing she appears to be wearing is a a long, like a large, like fluffy white coat with black fur with a black fur plumes on it. She seems to just be reading away. As tilt, as she's just turning a page. As you look at like the book she is reading, it seems to just have no text on it. Like the pages seem to be just filled with pictures, and the cover just seems to be that of a large tree, being the only notable thing you can recognize on that cover.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a while since I had a visitor.
Yeah, as he holsters his gun, he dismounts. I apologize for the intrusion.
Oh,
Simply seeking shelter.
oh, I, I certainly don't mind. I left the door cracked for a reason, after all. And I am more than capable of sorting out any riffraff. As he just turns the page. So, let me call me Quills.
Could you
I like that
type
name.
that out, please?
Yeah, it's like Quills as she like pulls out a feather. Like one of these. And she just scribbles on the page as if it was already inked. What do they call you, stranger?
Arthur.
Arthur. Well, that's a wonderful name. And how about your companion over there? She points to nobody.
Nobody. He's a horse
Mm,
with no name.
mm. I, I almost mistook him for Odysseus.
He looks down at him like,
Uh, and she just, I suppose that, I suppose that reference flew over. Hmm. Though, still quite. Uh, it's just quick. We just extend. It's looping a little bit too quickly,
mm-hmm.
and a little bit too quick for my taste. Let's see. Do I have anything longer? Let's see. Because I just want the instrumental. Ooh, maybe this one. 3 minutes. Mm-mm. You see, yeah, as the woman like gets up from her like seated position as she just casually like walks towards you. Each step she makes is elegant, like that of a trained ballerina. As she just looks at you, she seems to be your height, which is very tall for a woman. As her eyes seemingly look you over, as they seem to shine almost. You're a long way from home, Arthur.
He nods.
Even if you were to exit now, I'm sure I'm sure you wouldn't recognize the world out there.
That's why I haven't.
More comfortable here, no?
He pauses before he shakes his head. Wouldn't say that.
Mhm. Mm. Unhappy with your current. Are you unhappy with your current predicament?
What
Nay.
what lost isn't?
Hmm. Indeed, it's quite tragic, wouldn't you agree? Even, even the names you call yourselves, lost, and so many not able to return home. Breaks as she looks like it's enough to break one's heart. Though not not many are able to help the lost's predicaments. I am not most.
He looks at her with just like apprehension, but of course it doesn't go past the mask.
Yeah. As she just like walks over and sits upon like one of the guardrails. I like to consider myself a charitable sort. Well, I'm very straightforward. Ungranted, I wish you would be willing to fight for and rescue. Wish that you so desperately wanted to be granted.
He looks over at nobody. I suppose nobody and I would want to go back to normal. Back on the ranch. Way back then.
Quite, quite understandable dream. Many would want. Many would say it's impossible. And even more so would say it is possible. But Rice, perhaps without reading the fine print, they would send you somewhere that you don't that send you somewhere that you don't want to be on the range for. But I am not like my cousins. I'm quite simple. I can grant your wish. Of course, I'll need to pull a few favors, but I can still have it granted.
But what's my
But
price?
I'm straightforward. I simply want something dead. Something specific. Someone specific. You can call it whatever you wish, an extermination, an assassination. Point is, I want them dead. Gone. I want them to stay dead. No resuscitation, none of that. Suppose a contract or an oath. I'm quite strong, you know. My words hold weight. But the price that I would pay for not fulfilling my end of the bargain would be even greater. As she takes a quill from one of her feathers, as it seemingly sharpens into a blade, before she just points it at her throat. Perhaps we could form an agreement.
Depends.
It's quite simple. I get what I want, the death of that target, and you get what you want. Nice, peaceful life on the range, restored to your human form. Though nobody is creature of the hedge, I know of ways to make him a regular old horse, stallion, or perhaps whatever, or perhaps an apple, palooza, whatever kind of horse he would prefer. And the price that I would pay for not fulfilling it is my very life. It wouldn't be pleasant either. It'd be completely wiped clean, as the bladed feather in her hand slowly just disintegrates and puffs into dust. No restoration after that.
Who's the target?
I'm sure you've seen mechanical creatures around as of late.
He nods.
I wish to dispose of the root cause of it. But but I only have a name, and I'm only one. And even though I could quite easily destroy them myself with my own two hands, it'd be better if I were to act in the shadows. Unnecessary attention and all. I have appearances to keep.
He nods. I could kill a true fae.
Hmm. Whatever this target is no true fact. After all, I would know a member I would know a member of the gentry from another. And this is not the work of any gentry that I would know.
He nods.
Perhaps that's why I'm so disgusted by it. It's less of a less of a native inhabitant and more, I suppose, more like an invasive species. Bamboo in Central Park, mo- uh, lantern flies in the United States. Horn- hornets, also in the United States. Uh, seems to be seems to be an odd pattern over there.
He raises an eyebrow, but of course it's hidden by the goggles.
Oh, you know. Oh, you needn't worry about that.
As long as I ain't killing kids, I'm fine.
I'm sure no child would let their bullies run them up like that. They'd be much more caring of them. We're in agreement.
looks her up and down. Sure. Let's get a contract spun.
Excellent. As she smiles, as you just hear cracking of bone as she smiles. As eventually the contract is sealed. You are sent on your way. And that is when we will end the session. I believe. Yeah, I think I'll have an epilogue. But first, much more importantly, my dear boy. Oh wait, I forget. Nah. Hmm? Nah. Yeah, I'll save that for the epilogue. Much more importantly, my friend. You know what time it is? B for session completion. Aspirations.
Ride another day.
Yes.
Hinder the true fae.
No.
Look out for nobody. Capitalized.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Arthur, catch.
Yeah, so yeah, make just a real quick clarity break point. Bye, guys. Y'all want to learn clarity rules? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to roll clarity.
Yeah. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, tis only fair that you also rolled it. Force. Nah, it would have been funnier if you just said force. Oh, my neck. Modifiers. Yeah, something associated with your endurance or results in a surrender to a true fae. Surrendering would be like returning to their Arcadius now. Force act against your will? No. Strong emotional investment? Yes. That's +2. Affects a close friend or family member? I mean, it affects you and nobody, but I'll be. I'll be nice. No. Emotional investment? Yes. So that's +3. All right. It aligns with your needle or thread. What is your needle and thread?
Needle and thread, dynamo, and anger.
Not really motivated by anger in this case, and you're not really thrill-seeking. You're not really a dynamo either. You're not. That's no willpower spent. No real emotional investment. No. Completely accidental. No. Only affects a stranger. No. No sign of rejection or triumph over a true fae. Yeah, works as a health bar. Yeah, clarity. You take damage. You know, like it's basically a second health bar. Hmm. Huh. You know what? You were at a +3. Now it's back to a -3. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's just flat again. It results in a rejection or triumph over true fae. It's like, this specifically is something unique. So yeah, we'll just get rid of it. So yeah, we'll take the -3 for that. Yeah, so it's a roll to see if you're taking any damage at all. So yeah. So yeah, just a flat 5 then. Can you spend willpower on clarity rolls? Nope. Alright, yeah. Yes, it's a flat 5. roll me 5 dice, please.
5 dice.
Yeah.
0 successes.
Hmm.
Is that bad or is that good?
Yeah. Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
that's good.
yeah, yeah, it
Woo!
is. Yeah, it's something you want to fail because because the modifiers of adding it, are detrimental to you. So keeping it at 5 is good. That's why, I was being nice given the -3 for this. Yeah, because you're basically rolling against a hedge. Fuck with your brain. Actually, 0 successes. You know what? Being my first ever changeling, give yourself a dramatic failure. Give yourself a 1 willpower point if you spent any.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I did spend willpower.
Give and give it back. Take it.
Showing up. Look, if this wasn't the plot, I wouldn't be here right now.
Indeed. This is the catalyst. Woohoo! All right. Dramatic failure technically only occurs if you get an effect that's damn.
No dramatic.
Mm, even though I misread it, you know what? Nah, keep the dramatic. It is a celebration for being technically the first. First played, but not the first made. Yeah, I feel good. Now let's see. The is it gonna be for dramatic failure? You know what? Sure.
I don't get an XP because I didn't get my ass kicking beat this session.
Okay. Let me see real quick. Trying to fucking find that specific theme. That's what it was called. All right. Oh, yes. All right. Epilogue time. Oh, yes. Name. The name of your target. Is it, from what I've been able to gather, it goes by only one name. One main name, anyway. It's known as Macog. That's how I know it's not a gentry, a member of the gentry. We wouldn't, we wouldn't let our names be so freely out to the public. Oh my god, like this. As the name is revealed, we cut away from the tower and away from the library as somewhere else. We are in an area where the sky is pitch black. But it is not pitch black because of the time of day. No, no. On inspection, you see that the clouds in the night, the clouds in the dark sky are that of smog, smog and smoke, pouring pouring out into the very sky. As we follow the smog down into down through pipes and and mechanical sort of mechanical buildings. We see gears turning, the sounds of machinery whirring, saw blades cutting into metal. Underneath the sounds, underneath the sounds of all the machinery at work, sounds of screaming can be heard, of gunfire, of combat, of blood being spilt, and somewhere inside inside a building of rusted metal, there is a stage, a wooden stage, as wires wrap around the silhouetted figure as they lower themselves onto the base of the stage, being held up by the strings, holding themselves up as if the strings are that of a parent's arms, holding their child up, teaching one to teaching their child how to walk, as the sounds of large gears can be heard. As one as a mechanical eye opens. And that's the epilogue.
Hmm.
Motherfucker, I did it once and I'll do it again. what, did, what could you mean by this? Yeah, fun fact. One of the mini OSTs that I've been listening to when like making this campaign. Do you have any more clocks I can clocks I can at least pockets? Uh, many one of the many OSTs I've been listening to is Eliza P's soundtrack, which has been a big inspo here. I've never played Eliza P. I probably will, but like I can't really say it's me copying from it. It's more just me fucking going off vibes and aesthetic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why like for example the Winter War machines were very mechanical. Yeah. Mm. Immediately think of Eliza P from that thing. Mm. So how do you like the session?
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. It was a bit, a bit, a bit troublesome. Just me making it because I had to make a few sheets last minute because
Mm-hmm.
my own hubris, to be fair, I think I did well. And this was very much a beginner tutorial for changing things for both you and me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As I will, when I get to my next, if Adam is my next one, it's going to be ramping up in terms of me needing to lock in. he, I'm going to be manhandled. He knows what he's doing. I can't. I can't wait for Adam to fucking paradigm shift and domain expand session one. This team is certainly interesting. Gonna be doing shit on their turns. Fucking Sinidra, Sinidra solo. Yeah, as you can probably tell from the 25 experiences, is decently high power by modern standards. And I'm not really. It's kind of funny because like I didn't really intend for it to originally be high power. I just it's like no, this power level feels all right. This feels comfortable with with the shit I want to pull. So it's like high power out of necessity, high power for the plot rather than high power because I wanted it to be high power. You know, hey Chuck, when I was you can paradigm shift to save successes and spend reflexively elsewhere. I knew you could paradigm shift. I didn't know it was reflexive elsewhere. Paradigm shifting. Shit is scary. But yeah, that was the session. The paradigm itself is it's an action. Yeah, but you're storing it. You're storing the successes for elsewhere. Yeah, and I do hope I do hope my current aesthetic for the Seattle Hedge is appropriate. It's nice because the hedge is very fluid like that. You can have cowboys, you can have knights, you can have fucking wizards and shit, and furries and fairies. Yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, Adam, for you, you want to know what I played uh, to like set the scene for like the first scene? You can stop the recording, by the way.